Good people, welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. There is a news that is making rounds on the internet. I have not stumbled on it, but then I've seen a lot of people talk about it on the social media. I don't know who actually posted the news that Umahi has sent a message to the president that in event of him allowing the judiciary to sack him from office, then he's going to throw his weight behind the Biafra agitation. And also, there was another person too that came out and said that he was stopped from entering his office. So, the governor, via his aide, have decided to react to it. We are going to hear his standpoint in respect to this, if he supports it or if he will authenticate to all of us that he said it or not. But before we give you full details of it, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. The embattled governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, on Thursday denied threatening to support Biafra agitation if President Muhammadu Buhari allow his removal from office. Reports had it that Umahi threatened to support Biafra agitation if Buhari allowed the enforcement of a federal high court ruling that sacked him and his deputy Kelechi Igwe. Umahi was also said to have been prevented from entering the Ebonyi State Government House by the Nigerian Army on Wednesday. However, Umahi said Buhari would not interfere with the process of the judiciary. Umahi spoke through his special assistant, Francis Nwaze, on Thursday. He said the ruling of the court had been vacated through an ex parte order, adding that he has appealed the judgment at Court of Appeal in Enugu and Abuja. He said that with these, all issues of the sack of the governor and his deputy have been laid to rest, at least until the motion on notice is exhaustively determined, which means that there couldn't have been any basis for the faceless poster to allege that the army stopped His Excellency from entering the government house, if not for mischief makers. It is also worthy of mention that His Excellency, the Governor, at no time threatened to support Biafra agitation if Mr. President allowed the court to remove him, and wouldn't have done that knowing that due to separation of power, the President cannot decide for the judiciary, which is a full-fledged arm of government on its own. While it is obvious that all these are simply invented to distract the governor from delivering good governance to the people, it is pertinent to underscore that His Excellency is too focused on his transformation agenda to be distracted by disgruntled elements. Given the foregoing, we therefore urge the citizens of Ebonyi State and supporters of His Excellencies across Nigeria and beyond to disregard the fake news and go about their lawful businesses, bearing in mind that by the grace of God, their Excellencies would consolidate on their mandates in the appellate courts. Hmm. Quite interesting. For me, it's not surprising to hear all of this because whenever issues of important like this pop up, most people like to chunk out a lot of things, about it. And right now, with what we are hearing that Ebonyi State Governor did, I would not say I doubt it, and neither would I say I give into it, except for the fact that the governor himself have come out to create his standpoint on it. But firstly, if we must be very frank with ourselves, we know that Umahi at no time has he ever given in to Biafra agitation. We've never seen him do that. He's always fighting. I think the last time he did talked about being part of those working to ensure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I think Ohanes Ndibo Youth Council came up against him strongly, and they lambasted him for that statement that he made, considering the fact that he has never for one supported this group of people, neither has he ever chipped in any word that will kind of appease the heart of the government towards the treatment meted out to these people. So by the time he said that he is doing all within his power to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released, words came from everywhere. I'm telling you, it was so tough on him as at that time. Words came from everywhere. He was being lambasted and all of that. But for someone to come up and say, this man has promised to give relevant support to Biafra agitation in the event of the president failing, to do the needful to ensure he stays in the office, that can be very questionable. That it's quite shocking to hear someone, say such, because it doesn't really hold water. And also to say that he was prevented by the army, it clearly shows that the person do not really understand anything about, the legal issues, because immediately you appeal issues automatically, the impact of the judicial precedent carried out by the lower court cannot have direct impact on you until it is proven okay by the upper court. That's when one can say, okay, it's now enforceable. Now you see that executives from maybe INEC will have to bring in the military and see how they will excuse you out of the office if you are stubborn refusing to obey the court order. But right now, the court order was that he should vacate the seat, and he speedily had to appeal the case immediately. Immediately he did that. At least the appeal of case is within 30 to 90 days, and he has appealed it. So there's no way anything can happen to him, or even military, whether it is military or police. None of them have the right to come in and possibly molest him or stop him from entering his office. And this particular thing has generated a lot of reaction, because people were like, it's true. Some people were like, it's not true, he never said it, and all of that. But then it's important for us to look at what the people have to say. And someone here says, where did this kind of news come from? The poster of such information should be made public so that we know where he got such information from. Another person here says, this is sure to happen just to generate views for themselves. A lot of posters and media group on the social media do this kind of nonsense. Another person here says, these are very serious matters that should not be joked with. But for me, just as they have said, Dave Umahi should focus on what he is doing. His legal team will continue with the rest. Another person here says, who is Dave Umahi? He's capable of doing anything. I'm not so sure that he did not make those statements. The only thing is that, considering his position, he would like to deny he never said it. Another person responded to what that person said. He said, show us where he said it. If we can see a video, I'll be convinced he said it. This other person here says, politicians, I don't trust them. This was the same man who was in PDP, and then there were rumors everywhere that he's decamping to APC. When he was met and asked if he was decamping, he said a fervent no, that there was no such plan. Only for 2-3 weeks to pass, and we heard of the news that he has decamped. So for me, I do not trust any politician. They are capable of anything. Kind of good one from this guy here. Politicians are just capable of anything. But however, let's see your comment on the comment section. What's your standpoint on this denial by Dave Umahi that he never made those utterances in event of being removed from office? Let's interact in our comment section.